Hello, everyone. I'm Levi Bin J. Rodriguez, and in this discussion, we will shed light on the question how social problems emerge on the public radar screen, focusing on individual insight or argumentation and vivid events. What makes some issues headline news while others linger in the shadows? Understanding this process is crucial, especially when we consider the intricate dance between social change, social problems, and development. Remember, we cannot address what we do not acknowledge. Okay, before we really get into the nitty-gritty of how social problems pop up on our radar, I thought it would be helpful to have some examples to play with. We're going to be talking about two main ways these issues grab our attention, and these are individual insights or argumentation and vivid events. To make sure we're all on the same page, and to make this a bit more interactive, I'm going to throw out a few current events or social issues that I'm sure you've all heard about. As we go through the discussion, I want you to think about where you would categorize each of these. Is it more of an insight or argumentation thing, a vivid event, a bit of both, or does it not really fit either category? We'll check back at the end to see how you did. Think of it as a little pop quiz, but the fun kind. No pressure, and here are the examples. The first one is the COVID-19 pandemic. The next one is the Comprehensive Sexuality Education CSE in the Philippines. And last one is the Philippine Sea rivalry. Moving forward, one powerful way a social problem emerges is through individual insight or argumentation. Someone somewhere has a light bulb moment. They see a disconnect between the ideal and the real, between what should be and what is. They may experience a problem personally, witness it in their community, or simply be moved by a compelling argument. C. Wright Mills, in his book The Sociological Imagination, 1959, emphasized the connection between personal troubles and public issues. He argued that individuals' personal experiences can illuminate broader social problems and the need for systemic change. This means that this direct contact and spark of awareness ignites a fire often fueled by data, research, and recent discourse can be a powerful catalyst for recognizing a problem and wanting to address it. Here in the Philippines, we've seen this play out beautifully with the discourse surrounding mental health. For years, mental health struggles were often stigmatized, swept under the rug. But individuals, bravely sharing their stories and advocating for better mental health services, have brought this previously hidden issue to the forefront. Online platforms became crucial spaces for this argumentation, breaking down the silence and pushing for change. As the Kanay 2021 pointed in her paper, Mental Health in the Philippines, a Situationer, we have seen legislation introduced, more resources allocated, and a growing public awareness relative to mental health. And that is all thanks to the power of individual voices. Another example is the ongoing debate about online sexual abuse and exploitation of children, or OSAEC. Individuals often working with NGOs have used data and compelling narratives to expose the scale and devastating impact of this problem. According to UNICEF Philippines 2022, the argumentation amplified by social media and traditional media has forced policymakers and the public to confront this uncomfortable truth and push for stronger protective measures. These are profound examples of how individual insight, when coupled with effective communication, can elevate a social problem to national prominence. Well, sometimes it's not a gradual process of argumentation, but a single shocking event that catapults a social problem onto the public radar. A vivid event, often tragic or dramatic, captures our collective attention, triggering outrage, empathy, and a demand for action. Kai Erikson, 1994, in his work on collective trauma, in his book, A New Species of Trouble, Explorations in Disaster, Trauma, and Community, explains how large-scale traumatic events can disrupt social norms and force a reevaluation of existing social structures and problems. Thus, such moments serves as a stark illustration of the problem's severity, cutting through the noise and focusing us to confront its reality. The Marami siege in 2017 is a devastating example. The images and stories of the siege, the displacement, and the destruction brought the issue of violent extremism in the Philippines into sharp focus. Accordingly, Gutierrez 2018 described it as a vivid, traumatic event that forced a national reckoning with the complex factors that contribute to radicalization and conflict. Another one is the Typhoon Yolanda or Haiyan tragedy in 2013. While not a social problem in itself, we will expose the vulnerability of many Filipinos to natural disasters and the inadequacy of disaster preparedness and response systems. Bank of 2016 pointed out that the sheer scale of devastation triggered a national conversation about climate change, disaster risk reduction, and the need for more resilient communities. These vivid events, though painful, can be catalysts for social change, prompting a reevaluation of existing policies and practices. All right, challenge time. Let's see how well we've grasped the concept of individual insight or argumentation and vivid events. Those three examples I gave you earlier, where do they belong? Were they brought to the public's attention through recent arguments, or was it a powerful, unforgettable event that made all the difference? First, the COVID-19 pandemic. As the World Health Organization 2020 describes it, its global impact, the lockdowns, the loss of lives, it was a shared trauma that forced us to confront vulnerabilities in our healthcare systems, our safety nets, and even our understanding of community. Therefore, without a doubt, the COVID-19 pandemic falls under the category of a vivid event. Next, the Comprehensive Sexuality Education or CSE in the Philippines. The answer is already in the screen. Based on the UNFPA Philippines 2019, while there may be specific events that highlight the needs for CSE, the push for its implementation is largely driven by advocacy groups, human rights, and well-being of young people. In this case, it is more aligned as what is shown in the screen with the individual insight or argumentation category. Lastly, the Philippine Sea rivalry. Okay, so with its complex geopolitical dimensions, specific incidents like confrontations at sea or construction of artificial islands can act as vivid events, escalating tensions and grabbing headlines. However, okay, as Batong Bakal 2016 says, the underlying issue is also fueled by ongoing argumentation about territorial rights, national security, and international law. Thus, the Philippine Sea rivalry falls or is a blend of both individual insight or argumentation and vivid event. It's a combination. So, how did you fare with those examples? Were they a breeze or did they give you a bit of a brain teaser? Okay, so samples demonstrate the intricate interrelationships among social change, social problems, and development. Social problems, once identified and brought to the public's attention, can become drivers of social change. They can force us to evaluate our value, our institutions, and our priorities. And this process of social change is inextricably linked to development. Addressing social problems, whether it's improving mental health services, protecting children from online exploitation, or building more resilient communities, is essential for achieving sustainable and equal development. Like what Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you wish to see in the world. Resonating said in 1999 that development cannot simply be about economic growth. It must be about addressing the social issues that hinder human flourishing. Action demands visibility. To ignite change, we must share our actions, amplify our messages, and reach a wider audience. Communication plays a critical role in this entire process. Whether it's individual sharing their story, the NGO publicizing its research, or the media reporting on a vivid event, communication is the lifeblood of social change. Effective communication can raise awareness, mobilize support, and influence policy decisions. But as we've seen in the COVID-19 pandemic, communication can also be misused, spreading misinformation and hindering progress. Therefore, ethical and strategic communication is necessary or paramount. Before I end my part of the report, I'd like to leave the following questions for further discussion and for further understanding of the topic. First one, okay, and the next one. Okay, so here are my references should you wish to read more. And that's it. Thank you very much for listening. See you again next time.